Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Calvin, and today I'm going to be showing you an amazing recipe for ricotta gnocchi and a Bolognese sauce. Let's get started. So first we're going to start off by making our Bolognese sauce. What you're going to need is 1 kilogram of lean ground beef, 186 fluid ounces of crushed tomatoes, preferably San Marzano, 4 medium white onions chopped to a fine dice, 2 bunches of fresh basil, a tablespoon of chili flakes, 4 cloves of garlic minced or finely grated, and a bottle of olive oil. So on the stove you're going to want to get a large pot. Here I have a 6-quart enamel pot heating up to a medium-high heat, and now you're just going to add a little bit of olive oil to that and your lean ground beef, making sure that you break that up so it thoroughly cooks. So now once our beef is fully cooked, making sure there are no raw spots or large clumps, we're going to take that off the stove and reserve it for later. So now after the beef is out of the pot, we're going to take that and put it back on the stove and turn it down to a medium to low heat. So we're going to add a little more olive oil and start sweating down our onions, garlic, and chili flakes. So now once you have sweated down your onions and they have turned translucent, we're going to cover them in a lot of olive oil and we're going to season it. Trust me, it seems like a lot of olive oil, but it makes the sauce so much better. So now once we've let our onion mixture and our olive oil come to a light simmer, we're going to add our crushed tomatoes. Here I noticed my 6-quart pot is a little too small for this recipe, so I probably recommend a bigger pot. Next, after the tomatoes, we're going to re-add the beef that we'd reserved earlier to the pot, carefully stirring that into the pot if you're using a smaller pot, as I am. Now once you have thoroughly mixed your beef back into the sauce, we're going to add 2 fresh bunches of basil to it, submerging that and letting the sauce now simmer on a medium to low heat for a couple hours. Now that our sauce is simmering, we're going to start on our gnocchi. You're going to need 107 grams of extra large eggs, 186 grams of 00 flour, 325 grams of ricotta, 40 grams of grated Parmesan, and 10 grams of salt. So first things first is we're going to take a larger bowl and we're going to put our ricotta in that, and we're going to break that up into smaller pieces. I'm going to be using a whisk, but you're more than welcome to use a spatula or whatever makes this easy for you. Once you have broken down your ricotta into smaller chunks, we're going to now incorporate our Parmesan, our eggs, and our salt, mixing that all together until everything is incorporated very well. Now once your mixture has become very smooth, we're going to incorporate 1/3 of the flour and also make sure that is well incorporated into our mixture. Now here I'm going to switch over to a spatula because I found my dough was getting just a little too thick for my whisk and it was clumping inside of it, and the spatula is actually making this job a lot easier. Now with our remainder 2/3 of flour, we're going to put that through a sieve, making sure it is very fine. We're going to spread that all over our work surface before adding our dough mixture to the top of that. Now you're going to be taking your bench scraper once all your dough is on the counter and cutting it into your flour, which helps the flour incorporate into your dough better. Now once you're able to form your dough, you're going to need that for at least 6 to 8 minutes. Here I found my dough is just a little too sticky, so I'm going to dust a little more flour over top of it. And now I'm going to knead it for 4 more minutes, or until you can push into your dough and it slowly pushes back. Now that you've kneaded your dough for at least 6 to 8 minutes, we're going to clean our work surface and then redust it with a little bit of semolina and put our dough onto the surface and cover it with a bowl for at least 45 minutes so the gluten in the dough can relax. Now that you've let your dough rest covered on the countertop for at least 45 minutes, we're going to generously sprinkle it with more semolina and now press it gently with our hands onto the countertop till it is about a 1/4 inch thick. Now here I'm going to be using my plastic bench scraper just to cut little lines out of the dough. You're more than welcome to use a knife if it is easier for you. Now once you've cut your dough into lines, we're going to now re-sprinkle the surface with a little more semolina and start rolling our logs of gnocchi to be cut. Now that we've rolled all our dough into logs, we're going to take them and cut them into smaller pieces, about 3/4 inch by 1/4 inch. Now once you are done cutting all your gnocchi pieces, you're more than welcome to stop there, or you could take it a step further if you happen to have a gnocchi board at home like I have here. What I'm doing is rolling it and making little grooves to help the sauce stick to the gnocchi better. And if you don't happen to have one of these boards, a fork works as well. Now here I have a pot of salted simmering water. All I'm going to do is add the gnocchi to it, and once they come up to the surface, you're going to let them cook for 1 or 2 more minutes, and then they should be fully cooked. Now once your gnocchi are done, you're going to add it into a little pan with some of the Bolognese sauce that you've made earlier. And please save some of your pasta water for your sauce. It helps with thickening the sauce and making it stick to the gnocchi. Well, there you guys go. An amazing recipe for ricotta gnocchi and bolognese sauce from scratch. I really hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you have any video suggestions, please leave it in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.